like already stacked. And we had people that all they would do all day was count money.
Full-time money counters.
Yeah.
And as personally distasteful as I find secret bank accounts and diverted funds, as the Navy would say, this happened on my watch.
I'm bearing witness to these Jews trying to break the rules. They take the news, forsake the truth, and try to make us fools. They paper used to fake the news when they make a move. They hate to lose creator rules like every shade of blue. And we don't hate the Jews, we hate the views. That we forsake them dudes incapable, we bank with Jews. Debate with who that paper move in every state approved. But make us super Jacob's crew, that's how they make a move. And they've been eating off a plate of food. Since Eden was the place to move, leave no trace of clues. The paper trail, they make the mail and make the race prevail. They hate to fail, their faces pale, but they paper blue. And we ain't shitting on you misinformed. I seen the clip this morning of the kid that's gone with a missing arm. The shit is wrong, using kids as pawns, pistols drawn, pistol launched. They wanna drop a bigger bomb. No! All that money and power, is it bumps to the powder? Who's the one that's in power? In the coming of hours, even sons is devoured. Shit don't run like no coward, yeah, the summer is ours. You louder than blunts with the sour. The hood is off, the fangs is out, the hood is lost, they banging out, Kalishnikovs, they ranging out, like Ricky Ross, some things is out, they clip the boss's brains is out, the stick was tossed, they stained them out. All that money and power, is it bumps to the powder? Who's the one that's in power? In the coming of hours, even sons is devoured. Shit don't run like no coward, yeah, the summer is ours. All that money and power, is it bumps to the powder? Who's the one that's in power? In the coming of hours, even sons is devoured. Shit don't run like no coward, yeah, the summer is ours. The day when the messiahs came, y'all was trying to catch a flight on a liar's plane. Get a fire flames, shit is burning like the Lion James. From that David and Goliath fame, God bless all them sweet Sadies. God bless all them sweet babies. Cerebras escape from Hades. They killing all them babies. They killing all them ladies. The Philistines crying like they Billie Jean. The Philly teens waking up to killing scenes. We living in the prophecies of Philistines. Them niggas popping perkies won't live to see the day of the turkey giveaway. Just the other day we had 30 giveaways. Pour out a little liquor. I'm one of them 50 niggas pocket implored. You one of them 50 niggas pocket ignored. Rockets raw. It's shocking that we had to use shocking for. Just to shock your whore. Scarface at the table with the block of raw. Bobby and the Whitney come and lock your jaws. Pockets poor. Now them pockets sore. We living in dystopia, the prophets soar. I ain't gonna hold you niggas. We told you niggas. You better stop fucking with the pills. They silencing the lambs like they Buffalo Bills. More kills in the Buffalo fields or the Buffalo kids with the scorpion shields. High marks like the fields on the Buffalo Bills. I'm standing at the gates of a ruined state, a congruent state. When I spoke on this shit, they said that I was spewing hate. So what's the excuse of late? Now that we doing great, please excuse my face. Ugh. Gas chambers, every story has a chapter. This the last chamber. Yeah, I sat by the doors, and all of them spooks are spooky. They addicted to that soft life, soft white, years giving Pookie. This is New Jack City and years giving Keisha and Suzuki. I just do the right thing and they say it's giving Mookie. The way that Blue be flexing, they say it's giving Tukey. You do know, talking about the boss that gets you lost. Joggers find your cords, yeah, you dripping, but them coroners, they had to hit the frost. Many think that I'm using Henny Sink, but it's just a Henny drinks, and it's Zaza Gabor. It's Gully and it's Gaza at war, yeah, that's my galore. Huh. We ate the shrooms with 8 maroons and Jamaican goons. In Great Saloon, we shaking rooms, watching nature bloom. They make my dues by lakes and pools in the Great Lagoon. I made it cool to break the news in some gator shoes. We breaking rules, we was late to school. It's April Fools.
America's almost like faking like we had an election to act like America is still being ran. But it's nobody, seems like nobody in the fucking office. You know what I'm saying? It's just the old shit happening. So it's like, it's almost like they left, but they ain't gonna tell the people that they left. They about to go build some futuristic cities and other places. You know what I mean? And Americans think that they still got their agenda over here. We left this shit to y'all. Kind of like what Obama said that wouldn't the most dangerous thing be if nobody running this shit. And they left this motherfucker. And they like, actually, We don't even fuck with America no more. Right. We outside. We about to build these other futuristic cities over here. Right. Y'all niggas can have that shit. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses, you are now rocking with the best. Yes.
Whether you're starting up or scaling up, work happens everywhere.
Give me 1 minute.
With Shopify's mobile app, you can handle your business anywhere. Shopify.
All right. Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you. Hold on. Let me turn this video. That song that y'all just heard was Money and Power. Money and Power. Money and Power off of our debut, quote unquote. Well, not our debut, but our brand new album that we just released, as a matter of fact, on the 20th. Shout out to Blue Pillar. And that album or that mixtape, you know what I'm talking about? Because it's all industry beats. That mixtape is called 48 Pillars of Power. That is out right now on Black Cloud Entertainment.bandzugal. Right here. Where you see that, that's where you'll be able to go and stream the album. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to let's go ahead and go to the site real quick so we could familiarize ourselves with the website and whatnot and go check it out when we get up out of here. But yeah, this is our home. This is where our music lives and whatnot. Through the course of about 30 days, I'm gonna share with y'all, you know, maybe 30 to 60 days. I'm gonna share with y'all a lot of the things that I'm learning about being an independent artist and how to really make moves in this new music industry. This is a new business model, y'all. It's music is not just music anymore. What they say is 90% business, 10% music. They are absolutely correct. This is very, very, very deep on the business side. A lot of paperwork, just a lot of shit to do in the back office. However, here's the book, right? Here you go. We dropped a book, right? We dropped an ebook, digital, right? We're not really doing the heavy physical shit right now, we keeping it light. So we dropped the ebook, 48 Pillars of Power, Volume 1, so we could feed your mind. You feel me? And then we dropped a mixtape to accompany that, Volume 1, right? 12 songs, 48 Pillars of Power, Volume 1. Is anybody in the audience who heard that mixtape as of yet? Let everybody else in the audience who haven't heard it, let them know what that album is hitting for. Because I don't want to be my own promoter. I don't pay myself to promote myself. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Supernova. You already know. Big up to the Mondem. I can't wait till that thing that we cooked up is prepared for people to go ahead and feast on. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, we went crazy on this album. And it is of no coincidence that we decided to go crazy. We rapping like we got rent to pay while the whole music industry is falling to pieces and shambles. You know what I'm talking about? That look, man, that shit came out of nowhere. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's like waves in the ocean moving and whatnot. That's the ancestors letting you know that there's a rumbling taking place. We gonna have a little, maybe not right now, but we'll have a little mini listening to some of the
Diddy
tracks
Combs
and
is
whatnot.
denying.
We don't have time to do that tonight. However, we did do album listening, and
Jim Jones, you could do better.
Edited that and whatnot, so that will be available. And we'll do a listen, and me and Blue will come together. I don't want to do this by myself. Go listen to the album. Go listen to the album. It's waiting for you. We put in a lot of work. If you like the lectures, you're gonna love the music. It's political. This has messages. This has a lot of poetry in it. No song sounds like the other one. They're all different. They all have energies in it of it to themselves. And it's heavy bar. Like Blue. This blah. If anybody heard Twin the album, then Twin, this is the follow-up to Twin the album. And that's the way that you can find us as well. This is under the Twin Pillars. When you look for us, Twin Pillars, right? You'll see it. You'll soon be able to stream it. Not now. Not you'll be able to only stream it from my site right now. You won't be able to find me on the plantations of Spotify's and all of those other places. Nothing wrong with, chilling on a plantation and drinking some lemonade. I'll be there soon. But for right now, I'm on my porch. I'm on my porch. You know what I'm talking about? I'm on my porch. So look, the people are talking. I ain't talking. I like the fam is talking. And we are going to make sure that this music project is going to take us where we need to go. The reason why we did it on Industry Beats and decided to give it away for free, you know what I'm talking about, is because we are going to open up more doors, right? By making these industry songs and remixing them. Somebody said that we should do a remix. Well, literally, this whole album is an album of remixes. You feel me? Remixes. Yes, the album release party was legendary. Salute, Nashawn. First and foremost, before I even run my mouth, shout out to every single person who pulled up for the album listening, the album release. It was a day of releases on 420. We're actually getting our footage together so we could show y'all some of the wonderful footage that we caught that night. Legendary shit, you know what I'm talking about? It wasn't even supposed to be a performance, but you got a little bit of that. You just had a whole night where I got to really, it was like giving birth, you know what I mean? Because for the first time, people were able to hear full songs that me and this man put together, and they were able to hear it mastered. They were able to hear it with clarity. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my guy, Big Yo, who was able to, that's my engineer and my producer, who was able to make the project sound not like a mixtape. You know what I mean? Because that's important. A lot of people have noticed, even with our new platform, we've been working on getting our sound and everything, really, really tight. Because audio to me is everything. I rather hold this mic right here, and sacrifice whatever else, just to make sure that my audio is clean. You know what I'm talking about? And the audio is even gonna be cleaner. Okay, shout out to Jefferson, who was in the building on Sat. Jefferson been in the studio and whatnot, but Jefferson was in the building. He was there. He was part of history and whatnot. Mystic Philly, all right, Legendary Works. I just want those KT aliens who've been patiently waiting for 4 years, right? 4 years. Well, if you're a fan of the Twin the album, when me and Blue came together, like what's that thing? The Wonder Twins? Shit, that was 2018. You've been waiting a while. This project right here, this project 48 Pillars of Power, this project is quote unquote a follow-up of Twin the album. That's what this is. This is not Red Summer Part 2. You feel me? This is not Red Summer Part 2. This is not Red Summer Part 2. I'm a very versatile artist. I'm not the same artist. I know how to switch up. I'll be on my future shit. I got different flows and I got different styles and whatnot for different beats and different sounds. So I do not sound like I sound on Red Summer on this project. I'm rapping differently because I'm tapped into a whole nother side of myself. This is Phil is on this album. You know what I'm talking about? Rich Phil is on this album going bonkers and whatnot. We got our Red Pillar shit too. But yeah, this I'm very proud of this. These are the names of the songs that we have, ladies and gentlemen. It's 12 of them. This is the first volume of 4. By time 48 songs are completed, we will be at 4 volumes. Who knows at that point where this whole project will be going? Who knows? Sky's the limit. I would not put any type of I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to know. I just want to be. I just want to be. For all of the ones who've been waiting for all of these years, I just want to let you know, fam. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all have kept me inspired. This is not this is not my day job. This is not what I do all day and every day. So, to be honest with you, I was working on the Red Winter, which is a completed project. And then I stumbled upon 48 Pillars of Power. This is basically something that we throwing out there to get y'all ready for the album. This is what we putting out here to get you ready for the album. So imagine how the album sound. This just a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? But it's poetry at its finest. You know what I mean? It's poetry at its finest. The Pills definitely got something to say. It's our get back. Not in a bad way either. It's our get back just to say, from one, some New York niggas, because y'all know how y'all did New York with the rapper shit, and New York don't rap. A lot of New Yorkers don't rap anymore. I come from a city where I used to stand tall and very proud because of our lyrics, the lyricism and the bars and whatnot. My city is known for that. So I'm like, we got to bring that back respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to bring that back. And you can't at this point in the game. I don't know how it was years ago. I'm not here to talk about that. But at this point in the game, you can't get in the booth with Blue Pill and you don't have your bars together. Young women and men, don't make a mistake. Don't get posterized because he's on a different type of time, bro. The shit that you gonna hear on this album, the shit that you gonna hear Blue Pill doing on this production, nah, he's on some different type of time, bro. I'll shit you not. This boy is on a different type of time. You feel me? He got, his pen is crazy. His pen went crazy. I think it was the all white. I think it was the all white, and I'm not talking about a Diddy party either. I think it was the all white duds. The Bruce Leroy shit that he, you know what I'm talking about. But he went crazy on this project. So make it your business. If you don't hear the album, it's because you ain't want to hear it. We make it very simple for you. We put it right on our we have our own website where it's streaming. So you'll be able to hear it. The link is in the description of this video, right? The website that you could go is called Black Cloud Entertainments. The reason why I'm doing that right now, and let me share something with you too. I'm gonna give you some game real quick. If you make music, brothers and sisters, make sure every single video that you're in, you put your music in your videos, because there's something called a sync deal. There's something called a sync deal. Every time that you show up and you speak on a microphone and it's going into what these call broadcasts, that right there is going on Spotify, bro. That's a stream. That's an asset. Every time I talk, every time I go live on StreamYard, every time I decide that I want to speak my mind, that literally is going towards my publishing. And then I'm playing my music in the beginning. That's a stream. Those are streams, y'all. So when these videos hit 1 million and whatnot, each of those songs is gonna get streamed. They're gonna hit with that million. So if I get 1 million eyeballs and whatnot, I also have it set up to where I get 1 million ears. So for anybody that be trying to act like, yo, why do people who do the YouTube and whatnot, they always happen to be rap? Because that's another way to get your bread up. It's called publishing. Anything that I say out of my mouth Anything that I'm saying out of my mouth, it's my ideas and my thoughts. That's my IP. That's my intellectual property. It's now a digital asset. It could be tokenized. So all of these shows, these are podcasts. This is a YouTube video, but guess what? It's also going to be on Audible. I'm sending this shit to Spotify. I'm putting it on 20 different streaming platforms. And I'm gonna make sure that I have all of my numbers and whatnot. And wherever my voice goes, you know, that's a stream. And that's important. That shit adds up. You know, it adds up. There's a business model at play. However, the most beneficial business model moving forward, especially since you know that the people at Spotify, at Apple Music, and all of these places are criminals and crooks, the best choice is to go directly to the artist. Okay? That's how you do it. You go directly to the artist, and that's going through an app or you go into their website. So that's what we got. We got that project, and we got a book for you. Got a book. Peace, Brody. You know what I'm talking about? Blues Bars is insane. It's not just the bars, it's the flow, right? It's not just the bars, it's the flow. And one thing, word, y'all asking me what's my favorite. What is y'all favorite? And mine, pardon me for who. Matter of fact, let's go into a little brief, man. Let's go into a brief because I'm talking all of this stuff about this music, and y'all probably ain't, y'all like, man, I ain't hear nothing. Let's get a little teaser.
Bust like Brennan man of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice, amassing nooses. Man, some Wait. Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a trust like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Matt back finish like oil slush. Tyrial guts like royal flush. We get the royals crushed and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. In God we trust. Go to Ross, no rust. Squads are rush and prematurely bust like Brennan man of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice, amassing nooses. Man, some.
Hey. Full moon tonight. Brrr. Full moon tonight. We're gonna do a world premiere tonight. Y'all feeling good tonight? We're gonna do a world premiere. Let me see. We'll do a world premiere if I get how many of y'all? It's 100. We need 100. Let me see. I'll come up with something and I'll incentivize everybody in the audience because I know that y'all like to interact and whatnot. So I gotta keep y'all with the whole shit. Shout out to my IG family. They tapping in too. So we're going to do something. And when we reach a certain mark, then we're going to world premiere Infinity Stones, the world premiere on this full moon. We did a movie, by the way. We shot a movie. Shout out to Money and Power, my guy Doughboy TV. You know what I'm talking about? He came through, boop, 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 put together a little mini movie and whatnot. So my goal is to make 12 of these songs because this is really a soundtrack. You know, I'm talking about the 48 Pillars of Power. We are marketing as a mixtape, but really is a soundtrack. And all of those tracks will be visual. That's the name of the game. You make everything visual. You feel me? The game is visual. Content is king. So back to the game that I was sharing with you about content. You playing your music in the beginning and the end. That's 2 checks. You getting your voice out there and you doing podcasts, which, you know, or you're, you know, streaming and whatnot, which, you know, people is getting money for this shit. People is getting 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 million. How, Sway? I don't know how. I don't know. You tell me. But the shit that I'm seeing, people is making this shit not a fucking profession. They're making this a fortune. You know what I mean? So to be honest with you, it just depends on you mastering your content and being what you say that you are. If you say that you're a content creator, this actually has to be something that you do every day, even in your sleep. Even in your sleep. Okay? This man is sitting right here on my shoulder, right, that we'll be talking about today. This man is called, his name is Lucian Grainge, right? He, in my humble opinion, is one of the most powerful players in the music industry right now. You feel me? Right now. He is one of the most powerful players in the music industry right now. He's the target of a contingency or a brigade, for that matter, of artists who have come together underneath the banner of eliminating Drake. But the main target ultimately, right? The main target ultimately is one of the higher ups, and hasn't necessarily been like that in a very long time. I remember when people were necessarily taking shots at Liar and whatnot. The day when the Messiahs came, y'all was trying to catch a flight out on Liar's plane. Yeah, the fire flames. Shit is burning like Delilah dames from that David and Goliath fame. God bless all the sweet babies. God bless all the sweet Sadies. So on that Money and Power verse, right? We said the day when the Messiahs came, y'all was trying to catch a flight out on Liar's plane. Who saw the clip where Liar Cohen had all of our favorite rappers flying on his jet? They was on his plane going to a gala to celebrate him. This nigga had these niggas on his plane. He flew these niggas out like Drake be flying these niggas out to do favors and to give them a motherfucking a foot massage. Oh yeah, the 6 guard be like Nature Boy up there in Canada. You niggas go up there and y'all give him full Nature Boy treatment. He flew these niggas out. He fly niggas in. That's what Liar was doing. He was flying these niggas in like some hoes. Like Meech was flying thoughts from Magic City in to Miami, fam. Yeah. Shit crazy. So these niggas don't got their own plane though. How about that? How about all of these rappers built up Def Jams, but they don't have a jet? But Liar Cohen is out here flying niggas on his jet like they about like they some spring break thoughts and whatnot. You should have seen them on the plane. These was all my heroes. Big Daddy Kane. They had Redman on the plane. They had Big Daddy Kane on the plane. They had, of course, Public Enemy. Let's not even go there. They couldn't wait to polish this nigga off on live on the stage. They had Onyx on the plane. All these niggas, like they was the help. You niggas don't even have your own plane and whatnot to fly to a Liar event. He got to send his fucking jet to fly you niggas to come and praise him. That was pathetic. On the 50th year of hip hop, it's 50 years of making money, and y'all niggas didn't even ante up and get a fucking jet that you could collectively ride share. And the financial niggas came around and sold some fucking clickbait, and them niggas is flying around on jets, but the rappers don't. Come on, fam. Where's my bombs? Where's my sound effects? Shit crazy. Liar Cohen is on Vlad TV talk about, yeah, I started out as a fucking roadie. I was a road manager. This nigga was a road manager and he runs shit, but he doesn't even compare to this dude on my motherfucking shoulder right here. Remember Kendrick rapped about Lucy? He was talking about Lucian. Remember when you saw that TV show with your boy Terrence Howard and he was playing somebody called Lucius? Right? And he was a cutthroat in the industry. He's playing Lucian. That's the black version of Lucian. So Lucky Lucian, we're going to talk about the new Godfather, or not the new Godfather, but the Godfather of this shit, who it appears to me after they took the black Godfather up out of here, he might be the one running the show right now. And definitely all of the shots that you see they're aiming at Drake is the ones that they're trying to knock this nigga's head off right here. He's going along. If Drake gotta go, that means that he gotta go too. That's what that's about. And it's very interesting that it's on Broadway now that he's a op, right? The vultures put it out there. Ye is out there. Ye put the stamp on him. You know what I'm talking about? Ye put the green light on him. Ye say he's a op. Ye said he a top op. And we know when Ye put your name out there and he speaks you and he put that sword on you, that he has the capabilities to wash you up. Case in point, in case you just think that I'm out here on some Ye fan club shit. Ye was speaking unfavorably, right, about Balenciaga, and you saw what happened to them immediately. Ye was speaking unfavorably about Adidas, and you saw what happened to them, right? But let's go a little bit deeper. Ye got on Breakfast Club, the first interview, no, Drink Champs, the first interview, and had a falling out in public on Drink Champs and publicly went after Travis Scott, right, who is one of his acolytes, right, who's one of his acolytes, and he had beef with him because he said you siding with the op on that song called Sicko Mode, and the nigga's trying to play me. He's talking about spinning the block in Calabasas where my mama, where my kids and my baby mama is, and I think he skeeted the baby mama. He keeps trying to imply that, so they fell out. And then he talked down on Drake, right? Immediately after that, those two, specifically two artists, caught a lawsuit for killing 10 people, right? Right there at the Astroland concert that went bad and whatnot. Right after he talked bad on Travis Scott had a concert, what they call a mass death ritual. While him and Drake was on stage rapping, the audience was getting crushed. They didn't do it specifically, but the nigga with the, Travis Scott was up there doing a whole ritual that day, right? Then he spent on the same interview, he talked down on Virgil. Nobody knew that he had beef with Virgil. You had to really know some shit. You really had to know about what was going on behind the scenes with them. But yeah, some people knew, but everybody didn't know. He put it out there on that interview. He was like, fuck Virgil, right? And we all know Virgil suddenly died out of nowhere. Not to say that the man wasn't sick, but if he was sick, he got even sicker, right? His sickness got exasperated when he had to hear your man, who is undeniable. He put him on, regardless of how great Virgil is and how talented Virgil is, and all of these things are true, right, and exact. However, y'all read the Law of Power. We put the Pillars of Power out. I hope you read that. You read The Art of War and a few other books, and what does it say? It's gonna be hard to shit on a nigga to put you on, right? There's just a special place that the nigga who put you on has in your life. In terms of, he really got to do some fucked up shit for you to act high Diddy and act like you could throw away the nigga to put you on. Oh, nah. I don't know where y'all come from, but where I come from, that shit don't work. So, you find out that, once again, they say this power of the tongue. You can smite your enemy with your tongue. If you're anointed, if you have the Christ consciousness, right? He said that he was going heavy on his Christ shit. He wasn't like an Eddie Long Christian, though. This man called Kanye West, when he was on his Christian shit, he was doing Sunday churches. Of course, he was doing the gospel. He was giving you the hymns and whatnot, but he was an erratic type of Christian. He was a very edgy type of Christian, this Kanye West, when he was in his bag and whatnot, summoning the quote unquote Christ energy, right? Even though this is Mr. Jesus Walks, right? And he was saying Jesus is the king. He was invoking that quote unquote grimoire, or he was invoking that egregor called Jesus, which is something that people who know how to yield power and whatnot, they could it's almost like knowing an electrician who knows how to play with wires and whatnot. You won't get electrocuted. So certain people know how to delve into this Jesus shit, or this and not be a motherfucking zealot like y'all grandparents was and auntie and them. You know what I mean? They know how to use it and manipulate that power and tap into it, right? We know many stories. I think it was Simeon Toko, right? Out there in Africa, the man that they couldn't kill. You know what I'm talking about? The real hard to kill. So yeah. Ye has smited many men. He's not a gangster. He's not a tough guy. He's a truth. He's an executioner of the truth. And when the truth comes down from such a high height, it hit differently. Shout out to Soul Society in the building. Shout out to NC and whatnot. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Forest Hills and all of that. When the truth comes down from up high, yeah, it could break ceilings and whatnot. That's what that means. Ye was giving the truth up. He was throwing truth bombs, right? It wasn't the truth that y'all were used to hearing on 125th Street, or maybe it was, depending on who you were hearing it from. He was saying shit that was from a height, though, that many people are not at when they're dropping the truth. You know, niggas is dropping the truth from the position of a worm versus somebody dropping the truth from the position of an eagle. Don't it hit differently? Right? It'll hit differently. So when Ye starts expounding the truth and whatnot, he's at such a height that the shit drops. It hits differently. When he went on that rant, he was on an elevated stage and whatnot, in concert and whatnot. He was dropping the truth, and then they renditioned him the next day, and then he was never the same and whatnot. They played with his brain, behavior modification. They went inside of his head and they gave him what they call psychotropics. Many people who have been quote unquote put under that 730 evaluation and whatnot. Anybody that been locked up in the youth facility, or if you've been locked up in the mediums or the maximums or even the minimums, then you know about the Therazine and whatnot. And you know that they got a lot of these niggas heavily medicated and whatnot. And you know what happens when they take them little cups of juice and whatnot. That's how they had your man Ye, or Yeezy, but that was his name back then. That's how they had him. So he was able to break through, right? Whatever violation they put on that man, right? Because you know they violated him. If they had him drugged up and whatnot, if they had him on a Therazine shuffle, you know what I'm talking about? If they had your man on a Therazine shuffle, and he already told you who did it to him. He said it was his trainer, the one who works for the quote unquote, you know who, them people and whatnot. His trainer is an agent. He was an agent, and that agent infiltrated him, and that agent was the one who was his handler after he was violating him. So you're looking at a man who was at war against some shit that he saw, right? And he had the audacity and the caucasity to have something to say about it and whatnot, because being around the Calabasas and whatnot, being behind that wall and being at those parties and whatnot, and being a nosy nigga that he is, you know, he want to know everything and whatnot. and being with the women that he was with, you know, he saw the same shit that Ryan Garcia saw. The king. Now, Blue Pill made this comparison, so I don't want to go down this road and whatnot and not give him his kudos and, you know, and give him his kudos on the points that he's made in regards to this Christ energy, right? How is it the ones who are wrapped up in that Christ consciousness, right? These crazy Christ-like niggas. Because let me tell you something about Ryan Garcia and what this nigga did the other night. How he's a legend, right? Ryan Garcia is, you know, he represents the generation, and this comes from Ye. This is the Yeezy shit. This comes out of his algorithm. Ryan Garcia belongs to the generation that know how to troll, and y'all who of the older generation or the other generations, y'all don't know how to deal with the clone. Y'all don't know how to deal with the troll niggas. Y'all don't even know when a nigga's trolling or not. Y'all are not really that advanced to deal with the troll culture. You got to be a little more aware of niggas playing in your face when they playing in your face. You understand? This nigga, remember, it's called the sweet science. You understand? It's called the sweet science. It is a mental thing. Boxing is mental. Okay? Boxing is mental. Ryan Garcia played crazy the whole way up into the moment he got into this ring up against Haney, right? Who represented Islam. Ryan Garcia represented Christian. He represented a different form of this Christ energy, right? There's a different form. I know I'm not even, you know, Blue Pill, Pope Pablo done open my eyes and I could see the forest for the trees. There's certain type of quote unquote, you know, zealot Christians and, you know, Catholics and, you know, Episcopalians, and yeah, I'm not talking about them. No disrespect. There's evangelical Christians. Those are some different type of people. I ain't really referring to them. I'm speaking about there are certain people out here who are cloaked and they wrap in this Christ consciousness. You understand? And they standing on that shit. And that is their power up source. That's where they get their Goku energy from. These niggas are tapped in and they're on their Christ conscious. They not on no worship and Caesar Bourgeois type shit. They went past that. They got traumatized. They on some shit because they got turned, they got they spark and whatnot, or they got their quote unquote seat with ISIS by going through a crisis, right? You know how you be doing. There'd be people doing life and whatnot, or there'd be people that's doing like hard time and whatnot, and they get into the Christ, right? They get into the Christ, not the Christ worship, right? They get into the Christ consciousness. Remember, they behind the wall. They're in green pastures and whatnot. There's practicing semen retention and shit like that. They're relaxed. They're accepted their fate. You know what I mean? They you know, people is tapping in. People is tapping in, but it's in that crisis that they find that ISIS. So it's really getting life. It's really being taken out of society. It's really being sat down. You feel me? Where people are being awakened and whatnot. So the shit that you're trying to judge a person like Ye or Ryan Garcia or those other people in New York. Remember, Ryan Garcia is not considered crazy in New York. He's considered a New Yorker. Come on now. Ryan Garcia on the motherfucking train, he will have an outburst and 8 niggas will follow him with other outbursts to follow up. It would be like a battle rap, a cipher. On guard, for sure, right? For sure. It would be like a fucking cipher, and they would throw it right back to Ryan. Ryan Garcia is Bruce Wayne of Gotham City. Mark my word. Brian Garcia, after that fight, he came into my town. He came into Brooklyn. I'm a New York nigga. I know the algorithm of my city. Trust me. I've been putting y'all on to this shit forever. Ryan Garcia came into a town of crazy niggas, right? More crazier women too than niggas. And he played up to what New York niggas eat up. They don't like a Haney. That's not their type. That's not. I'm a New York nigga. I'm trying to explain something to you. Ryan Garcia is for New York. That's a New York type right there. That nigga is going to be Bruce Wayne of Gotham City. Mark my word. He came and did what he had to do, bro. That shit right there made him. That is how you immortalize yourself. I be talking about immortality, how to make yourself a legend, and how to make your motherfucking mark. So so your name is gonna be in the bleachers. Yeah, you gotta put on performances. What did I say before? What did I say about the internet? The internet is for characters, not characters only. Please, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to shame anyone. What I'm sharing with you is that characters on the internet, or people that are in character, who understand what the internet really is, not just the internet, is social media through social networking, right? They are winning because they understand, stay in character. Why not? The fucking camera's only going to be on for so long. You know what I mean? If you could stay in character for an hour a day, nigga, you could be rich. And the game is to be sold. So I'm not about to sit up here all night on Melanin Monday and give you niggas all of these pointers and whatnot. However, it's character driven. And when you stop taking yourself so seriously and whatnot and get into your character, then you're going to see a lot of things change, right? I had to tell myself that. Henceforth, the musical project is here. You're not going to box me in and tell me. You're not going to try to tell me who the fuck you want me to be or who you think I. No, nigga, I'm out of that box. I'm going to be in character. When you see me on the stage, nigga, I'm going to be in a different. I'm going to be in my bag. Red Pillar is not Red Pill. Red Pill is not Rich Phil. Those are different characters. You got to get to know. You'll get to know each one of them, but they're not the same person. A nigga try to be like, y'all seen that nigga Red Pill? He was acting differently. Exactly, nigga, because it was Rich Phil in your face. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You got to learn the characters. You know, you got to learn the characters. So Ryan Garcia, right? Let's get back to the genius of what you witnessed. You got to remember, not only is it the sweet science, boxing is a business. Boxing is a business. He made the scales, he made Vegas go crazy. You know how much people betted on the black guy? The nigga that was wearing the designer, the Muslim kid, right? Who looks scary as it is. He looks scary in his face. What are you talking about? The Devin kid, they took him out the oven too early. The fuck? He still look like he's cooking. He's too young. That nigga looks scary in the face. He was whopping him. Boxing is a business. You feel me? Boxing is a business. That nigga set the business up. And I'm talking about, he got them cartel niggas rich the other night. Rich. He made a whole bunch of niggas some money. I'll let you know that much. You know what I'm talking about? He sold that motherfucking fight. I'll tell you that. That was, man, consider him at the end of the year for an ESPY award. You know what I mean? Because his acting skills, you know, he's giving what? Troll. He's trolling. It's called trolling. That's what I'm trying to explain to you about this younger generation. DJ Academics, right? Troll. Aiden Ross, troll. Motherfucking Kai Cenat, nigga, troll. I Show Speed, troll. Charleston White, troll. Do you see a pattern? Do you see a pattern? It seems the troll culture is winning. They know something that you don't, right? Sexy Red, nigga, troll. She's trolling. She's in character. She might not be in character. Maybe not her. That's a bad choice, but you get it, right? Playboy Cardi, troll. They're trolling, bro. And as long as they can hold that facade where they know as weird as they get, you niggas get mad reactionary and oh my goodness, did you say what they are? All of that they know how to monetize that. They learned how to turn that into social capital and whatnot. They learn how to make followers off of that. They learn how to make eyeballs more. You know, they know how to do shit with that. They playing the motherfucking game the way that it's supposed to be played, and y'all take it why so serious. You know, why so serious? An analog girl in the digital world, shit is gonna not look right to you. It won't look. You won't understand what you're looking at. You feel me? You don't know what you're looking at. You might think you know what you're looking at, but you don't know what you're looking at. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody said they ain't giving up on Haney. I'm good. You could hang out with homie all day. Matter of fact, go make salat with him. Go make salat with your homie and whatnot. And y'all go pick out some designer. You know when a nigga put on some shit and you be like, they just put that on you. You didn't put it on. Yeah, that's your man's in them. You know what I'm talking about? When a nigga look like a hanger, like, no, when you put it on, when it's on you and not in, when it's in you and not on you, then we could talk. I'm not with, nobody's not going to tell me, I'm just not with the media selling me niggas that I didn't come to buy. Let me decide who's that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? His push came out of nowhere. His shit came like at like a marketing plan. Like his shit came out of, you know what I mean? Niggas was like saying his name and whatnot. And I didn't see I didn't see too much. No disrespect. I didn't see too much. I'm like, that's a Facebook marketing plan. These niggas is pushing this nigga, throwing them in some fucking Dior short sets. And they trying to Tank Davis this nigga, and I ain't buying it. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't know. You know? I don't know about all that. You got this shit mollywop. You know? But going back to the initial thing, Ryan Garcia with that Christ energy, right? Tapped into something. We are in fanatical season, right? Them niggas is getting charged up. His win was a charge to his base. But this is the $1 million question, and this is what I want to know, and nobody has brought it up, and it just goes to show you that journalism is at a very low space, a low place, right? If Ryan Garcia won the fight in the fashion that he won it in, then that means two things. That one, mentally, he's competent. Correct? Mentally, he's competent because Keep in mind, this is called the sweet science. You cannot win a boxing match like that if you are not mentally competent. It is nearly impossible to put on a performance like that if you don't have your mental faculties in order. So that's one thing, right? So once we can establish that based off of his performance, he established that even though he was saying that he saw some shit at Bohemian Grove, even though he was saying that there's tunnels there and shit going down, even though he was saying that there's some shit going on that he wants to expose, right? Even though he was saying these things, and they were saying because he was saying these things, it's impossible for him to fight, because if he's mentally incompetent like that and hallucinating, how, Sway, could he beat somebody like Devin Haney, who is a prize belt owner? It is impossible, right? If you loopy, you loopy. You're not going to be loopy and your ass is fighting like, you know what I'm saying? No. So if he won the fight in fine fashion, now children know about him and people and the ladies is like, oh, Ryan. So now, do they open the case? Do they take what he says serious? Do they ask him about that anymore? Or is that shit part of the rollout and they bury it and move on and he gets into some motherfucking Sean John tank top ads? What's going on? I want to know. You know what I'm talking about? Or he gets a Balenciaga deal and all that shit that he was talking about is never spoken of again. Did they promise him, Ryan, if you stop talking about this, we'll make you win the fight? We'll put this nigga, we'll give him some fucking socks and have him in some socks to fight you in a fucking in a terry cloth suit. You know what I mean? Did they promise him that? I'm wondering. Because it seems as if they powered him up for stop talking like that. Like, listen, but you gotta, I'm just wondering. Let me know, tap me on the shoulder if they fuck around and start bringing up the stuff that he was bringing up that was real heavy and whatnot. It was on a level of, it was giving yay. It was giving vultures too. You know what I'm talking about? It was giving vultures too. Him and Ye is a very toxic, interesting 7:30-ish conversation that will spark mad niggas on the IRT and the MTA to really start going crazy and talking to themselves. Like that right there. If Ryan Garcia and Ye get on a podcast together, and sit down with Mike Tyson. If they sit down with Mike Tyson, oh man, you talk about crash the internet. You talk about bringing Cat Williams out of retirement this year, y'all. Oh man, we survived the motherfucking eclipse. Huh? Talk about it. Talk black to me. We survived the eclipse with Heathcliff, right? We made it through that. The next fight, the next boss that we got to defeat is the Cicadians, the Cicadias. We got to get ready for that. But shit, we on a roll, guys. You know what I'm talking about? This shit is lit. He promised 20 million in Palestine. So once again, that Christ consciousness energy on the planet is up. But it is exactly what Blue Pill said it is, right? What Blue Pill said was this Christ energy, Christ consciousness, energy, right? Is more so tied into the corona rising. It's more so tied into what the sun is doing. It is more so tied into waking up the dormant DNA, that this great reset that is taking place in right now, where people, their quote unquote powers are beginning to come back online. But it is impossible. You're not in a physical war. You're not built for a physical war, but you're not even in a culture war. You're not even in an intellectual war. You're not even in that type of warfare right now. You're not engaging in what needs to be engaged in. So there's wars taking place right now. There's a culture war going on outside. No man is safe from. Do you know with the rhetoric about wokeism and everything? Do you know how you know how toxic that shit is getting? You know? Do you know how they're charging that shit up in certain circles and whatnot? They're going crazy on that. They're going crazy on that. You know? There's a culture war. So everything that you stand on in the realms of truth is you fighting in this culture war. Yeah, they flipped it. Nigga, last time I checked, we was on their ass. They flipped it. You turn around, they on your ass. Pause. No Diddy. Take that. Right? They flipped it. And that's what they do because they control the media and you don't. Right. Woke is you know what? LBGHIKLMN and all of that shit. They done flipped that shit all kind of ways. They BLM'd it. They BLT'd the BLM shit. You know what I'm talking about? And here we are. And to do what we're doing, we don't need a damn title. We just need a soundtrack. And with that being said, I want y'all to go over to blackcloudent.bandzoogle, sort of like Google. Bandzoogle, just like Google. Bandzoogle, just like Google. blackcloudent, bandzoogle.com. And the reason why I wanted you to go over there is because you have to go and listen to this album. Everybody that's in the building that pulled up tonight and whatnot. I really need y'all to, you know, take some time out and go give this thing right here. You know what I'm saying? Come and check out this website right here. This is a nice look. And yeah, sometimes they, you know, they be hating on they hating on me so much on Facebook that everywhere that I go, they be like, yo, beware this nigga right here. So even on this website, they might give you a warning. But this shit right here is our site's home, our headquarters. This is where you'll be able to tap in to our new project, right? You could listen to the whole album here, right? And you could also purchase the book, right? We have the book on sale for $11.11. With the book, you get the download of the album with it. And with the album, you get the download of the book. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's $11.11. So we put that together in the bundle. We got videos up there. We're going to be premiering a new video tonight. We got this right here, but we got Infinity Stones also. So if you stick around to the end of the show, you're going to see the world premiere of Infinity Stones. You feel me? The movie. Yeah. So this is our site. You feel me? Yeah, pull up, check us out. Yeah, this is our collection right here. This is some of our work that you might not even be familiar with. There goes the Red Summer album. You could play that. Check this out. I went crazy on this. It's one of my favorite ones. But yeah, we'll play it another day. We'll have a whole music show. Twin the album. So this was the album that I was talking about. That this album right here is a follow-up. This project that we just put out, Twin Pillars present 48 Pillars of Power. This is where it started from. Twin the album, 22 tracks. We put this out in 2018. You know what I mean? A. Rashid designed this cover. This shit right here is a classic. Cambada heavily featured on this. I believe he was one of the executive producers. Scorpion King, he's definitely executive producer on that. Red Opals, of course, Red Summer album. And then we got this right here 4 years later. It was 4 years, 2020. I know. Ooh, this right here. Blue gonna get an award for this. Blue body this.
This ain't for snapping fingers at the open mics. It's some cats that need this in the Golden Heights. Stuck to their screen like poltergeist.
Killed it. Telling you, this shit is crazy. So this is not an album listening show though. However, I need y'all to go over there and check out Black Cloud ENT Bandzoogle. I'm gonna drop the link in the Chattington. You said 10 Summers is your shit? Yeah, 10 Summers. I love 10 Summers. That's a vibe. 10 Summers is a vibe. You feel me? 10 Summers is a vibe. But, you know, it's a beautiful day. You don't got to live with all of that. You got new sounds to live with, new bars, new lyrics, new hooks. You know what I'm saying? It's a new journey. You know what I mean? Me and Blue are on a whole new frequency right now. We on a whole new frequency. I promise you. I shit you not. Y'all gonna be proud of us. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get copies. The physical copies are coming. I'm not doing physical shit right now. The physical copies are coming. I'm not doing nothing that involves the post office. So everything is digital. You're gonna get your digital album. You're gonna get your digital book. But then Red Pill, what happens if that shit ain't happened yet? It was supposed to happen on the 8th, nigga, and the 4th, nigga, and the 3rd, nigga. Y'all keep telling me about these flares and these books, but y'all keep buying these digital books. Listen, stop the bullshit, okay? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But it ain't happened yet. You did? So let's go into this presentation tonight and talk about this young man. This guy that we call LUCIAN. And why we see his name popping up. So if anybody, how many people heard the remix to Like That, featuring none other than the head vulture himself, the one and only, you know what I'm talking about? The big homie, Baby Hoover, aka Ye, right? Ye popped out with the Jason mask on, and he said that we're gonna eliminate Drake out of this shit, right? And some people are saying, damn, they jumping Drake. Why is everybody on Drake? That's corny. All of these people is on Drake. Why they all got to get on Drake? Because I guess they all agree that it's time to go. And if it's time to go, then it's time to go. I don't, shit. I mean, they don't want to just stand around and see one person. They want to step on this nigga at the same time, I guess. I guess it's so egregious, whatever the infraction may be, that they like, you know what? Fuck that. We all don't like him, and we all don't trust him. Somebody said family business, right? I don't like to see nobody get jumped, and war is ugly. However, if they say that it's time for him to get this quote unquote remember, this is an election season, right? Keep in mind, right? Because people call it beef. Please keep in mind the conversations that we were having in 2023 when we all were prepping and preparing for 2024. And we were talking about the distractions that 2024 was going to represent and what the climate was going to be like due to the fact that we were going into the theater of politics. And when I say the theater of politics, you got to prepare yourself for theater, for movies, for sitcoms, and for the stage, because the show, the biggest show on earth, is here during this election season. We called it the shit show. Remember that, y'all? How many of my original KTLians? I see Destiny in the building, of course. How many of the KTLians in the building remember when we spoke specifically about that? When we was like, yo, 2024 is going to be a shit show. And we're not going to be distracted. We're going to keep our eyes on the prize and whatnot. We're going to focus on us first. We're going to utilize the fact that it is a shit show to really focus on us, right? Always us, never them. Pick a side. You got to pick a side. Why don't you pick a side? What is it that we have to do to convince our people, right? Our people that they should pick a side and just stand on it. What is so wrong with standing on business? I don't get it. I don't get it. I've said time in and time out, yo, all we got to do is form Voltron. Everybody that been following me and everybody who's going to be privy to seeing the archives when you'll be able to see what we were saying in 2009. So it just is not me ranting, or it's just not me up here, quote unquote, reminiscing on old nigga shit, right? No, we were speaking this reality that we are living in into existence. I want to share with you that. I want to show the world that. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. It's my duty to put that out there, to let my children know, my babies. You feel me? What their father was out here doing and saying and putting on into the universe and whatnot, when putting it into the universe was even unheard of. When niggas was like, what's up with your mans in them? You know what I'm talking about? I remember when we was doing this work, niggas was like, what's up with your mans in them? They out there in Harlem talking crazy. They all right? Pick a side. Because when you pick a side, that's where your power is. But we so scared to pick sides, especially in this community. This community is stretched wider. You understand? This community is stretched wider, right? Than the legs of Sukiana. I mean, she said her shit be spread wide. Yeah, this community is spread. It's spread. Y'all don't know what the fuck. You know, y'all don't know. I don't, man, shit. I won't even waste my time. You know what I mean? I won't even waste my time. I just hope that y'all find out one day. And it might even be like what you seeing in the hip hop game. That sentiment may travel because it's hitting everybody. It's hitting everybody, you know. But the sentiments against Drake apparently is that this man is a silent partner with Universal, and he's literally owns niggas. Like he has shares in all of these artists that came up with him, and they like, nah, what's that about? So people are like, oh, they're hating on Drake and they're jumping him and da 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 da. And of course, the youth. This is Lucian, right? This is Lucian, right? So this is him in 2013. Old chubby fellow, right? I don't know if he was the most powerful person back then. However, things have changed. Shit has shifted around. One of the top dogs, you know, on the side though, when I speak about what he's dealing with, it's nothing to be honored. You know what I'm saying? It's not some shit that I'm not here to big homie up one bit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm here to let you know who these people are, the real bosses. You don't get to see the bosses unless you in the business. Feel me? But the real ones behind the scenes, the ones who are really in charge of shaping your reality and whatnot. These are the final bosses. If a nigga was spinning the block looking for the top op, then guess who that is? You know, you got to talk to niggas. We got to speak nigganese and whatnot. If you were spinning the block and you wanted to hit the top op, then guess who that is? Guess who the big homie is? So Lucian wields enormous power, like the same way that the character in Empire, played by Terrence Howard, right? Almost to a T. And there's also been a lot of talk of, underworld, sex trafficking, all of that stuff that comes with these quote unquote men and women that are part of this demonic complex industry that people call entertainment. But we all know collectively is an offshoot, right, of an operation that was completely infiltrated by the quote unquote mafia, whose origins go all the way back to places in Ukraine, the Caucasus Mountains and whatnot. And these people are notoriously trying to be unknown, unseen, and unheard of. But that doesn't take away the fact that these people are very, very, very influential and very real. And they all are all up in the entertainment industry, because the entertainment industry, the same way that Las Vegas was built by the mafia, the entertainment industry was built by the mafia. It's maintained and it's run by the mafia. But when I say the mafia, you're thinking Tony Soprano. I'm thinking Tony Silverstein. It's a different mafia. You understand? When we talk mafia, you've been trained and you've been told by the mafia, the Hollywood, who this other mafia is running, right? They control that. They built that with, how many bodies built by, how many bodies, how much murder took place to build Hollywood? Why would there be so many murders in Hollywood if that's the land of quote unquote dreams? If that's the land of where, that's the land, that's the home of the most powerful weapon that America possesses next to the nuclear bombs. And that would be the Hollywood studios. So why so many people died? And why so many people died in Vegas when the casinos was being built? I'll let you tell it, right? So the same people that was bodying shit, they ain't go nowhere. They got very wealthy, extremely wealthy, rich. They utilize the medium of film, moving pictures and whatnot, right? And orphans, yeah, from them orphan trains. They utilize the medium of moving pictures, right, to elevate themselves into seats of power never seen before, right? They never was in that such a position of power, and they were able to infiltrate what they call highbrow society, which consisted of Germans and Russian Jews who lived in California, who were very, very wealthy. And it also consisted of what they call blue bloods, or white Anglo-Saxon Protestants and whatnot, the blue bloods, the highbrow society, the way that the Silversteins and the Bernsteins and the Steins and the Bergs and whatnot, the way that they got accepted in the higher echelons of American society, old money, right? What we call the Vanderbilts, you know what I mean? The Kennedys and all of that. They married their way in, right? Through Hollywood, through the studios. That was their way in. You know what I'm talking about? That was their way in. That's how they beefed up. That's how they leveled up, because the power of the moving picture, they would paint a picture of America that didn't exist. They were able to bring the white man into a global prominence through film and whatnot, when that wasn't necessarily who he was. They was hanging niggas and disemboweling them. They were sending around postcards of mutilations and castrations. And then when you went to the movie theater, it was Gone with the Wind. It was the violin and the harp playing, and everybody was dressed in lily white, and the little poodles running by. the quote unquote Eastern European, who was like a peasant, right? He was a what they call a Slav. And what do we know the Slavs were? The Slavs were the slaves. The Slavs were the slaves. So these are descendants of the Slavs, and these are descendants of the slaves, right? The Ukrainians, the Polish, and whatnot. These are the descendants of those people, right? So these are the people who went into Hollywood. They came from Boston, they came from New York, right? They came from the East Coast, and they came up into California, and they were running from Thomas Edison because it was this whole thing about film and whatnot. And they got up with they built Hollywood. These and then it's the enclave for the sorcerers. It's the enclave for high level mobster activity. It's the enclave for lizards and lizards and it's the enclave for witches. It's the enclave for chaos magicians. It's the enclave for sex magic. It's the enclave for prostitutions. It's the enclave for trafficking. It's the enclave for gang banging. It's a lot of shit going on out there, bro. For real, for real. And there's levels to it too. And they built that city on blood, on bones, on bodies, on facts. You need to do your research. They don't tell you this shit in school. You need to do your research. It's bigger than the Hollywood, high magic. That owl magic. They tapping into that Bohemian Grove, that type shit that your man Ryan Garcia is talking about. Right? So it'll never be right out there, bro. Fuck out of here. It'll never be right out there. That shit is always gonna give what it's supposed to give because of what they did in them hills and whatnot, and what they're still doing in them hills and in them tunnels and them caves and shit out there in Hollywood. Right? So he's the one running the show out there right now. This is him. This is Lucian, right? Universal Music CEO, toasted by Shawn Mendes and more at the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right? So here you got Justin Bieber, who you just saw the other day. It was verified for all the world to see, right? In the 2024, the year of revelations. Everybody didn't think that this nigga, when he was singing the song, does he have a song called Fruity? It was something of the fruit nature, but he was talking about himself the whole time. You know what I'm talking about? Justin Bieber is really Leave It to Beaver, right? And then we got Lionel Richie, who his son is married to Lionel Richie's daughter. So they family, right? Okay. Little Lionel out here, right? Let me share more files and whatnot. Let's see more about Lucian, right? So it's interesting. Lucian has a son, right? And Lucian's son happens to own the label that signed Tekashi 6ix9ine. Would you just look at that? Would you look at that? Wow. So his son, young Lucian, his name is Elliot Grainge, and he was the one not only that bankrolled Tekashi 6ix9ine, he was the power behind Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was the reason why Tekashi 6ix9ine was going viral. He was the reason why Tekashi 6ix9ine was everywhere. He was the reason why Tekashi 6ix9ine was getting away with things. He was the reason why they were saying Tekashi 6ix9ine was an industry plant, because he had Lucian Grainge's son as his CEO, right? Basically making everything happen because what? Controversy sells, right? He was able to get away with everything because of the power that he had behind him. The only time the shit went bad is when they had a shootout, right, in Manhattan with Shoddy and the Bloods, right, and an employee of Elliot Grainge, of the CEO. They were meeting at a restaurant, and there was some type of discrepancy that took place. But yes, Elliot Grainge has another artist. After, well, here you have, he gave 6ix9ine a new deal after he came home from snitching and whatnot. So not only was he the one who helped bankroll an artist in New York who happened to catch a Rico charge, that's how off the chain these niggas was, right? But he was the one who his father put money in his hands so he could put money in this little nigga's hands, right? To perpetuate drug dealing, well, to really perpetuate gang culture, point blank, period. So although Tekashi 6ix9ine was appearing like he came up out of nothing and whatnot, and he was just doing his thing and he was just making it with the Bloods, no, that's not true. He already had a very powerful player in the industry that was literally pushing him, right? So 10K Projects, which is the record label that he's been signed to and he's still signed to, right? 10K Projects, they also have another signee. Her name happens to be Ice Spice. Okay. Her name happens to be Ice Spice. So not only is he the one that's behind Tekashi and whatnot, but Elliot Grainge has taken that influence and definitely that money off of the Tekashi shit, and now he's put it into Ice Spice, right? So she could push whatever she's pushing on little girls, right? Lucian Grainge has been knighted. He's Sir Lucian Grainge. So he put in so much work for these elites and whatnot, right? That he was knighted. So he's the Duke of Cambridge, invested Sir Lucian Grainge in the Order of the British Empire and the Knight Bachelor. The knighthood was bestowed upon Grainge, the chairman and CEO of Universal Music Group, for his accomplishments in the music industry and his leadership through its challenging times. The honor also acknowledges Grainge's contribution to British business and inward investments and his development of innovative business models, technology, and media partnerships, which had led to the expansion of UMG's global presence. Right? So he's put in so much work, right, for their agenda. He's put in so much work for that side. He's because they made this nigga, they doing all of that while he's still the CEO. That he's doing so much good by running niggas into these jails and by destroying these neighborhoods and by pushing this fentanyl and by getting all of these niggas in gangs and whatnot. They like, you know what? At the end of the day, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna knight you, my nigga. I'm gonna knight you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna knight you. They went ahead and knighted my nigga. You know what I mean? They're like, get this nigga his flowers while he here. You out here putting in that work. You bodying these niggas. You dig? Hold on, let me see. You know? That's crazy. Like Uncle Murder say, crazy shit, crazy. So there's nobody really, not nobody, but there's really not a lot of people in this music industry that don't have to sit down with Lucian, right? You gotta, Lucian is the power player. He's the one you gotta see, right? And his name has come up recently in his lawsuit with your boy, Mr. Take That, Take That, Take That, right? UMG CEO Sir Lucian Grainge readies for war with lawyer making claims against Diddy. Sir Lucian Grainge, the CEO of UMG, is ready to take on Tyrone Blackburn, the lawyer suing Sean Diddy. Universal Sir Lucian is gearing up for a legal war with the lawyer suing. Looks like the Grainge have been dragged into Rodney Little Raj Jones lawsuit. Yeah, so they said that in the lawsuit, they claimed that Grainge was present at Diddy's events, which included the presence of sex workers, underage girls, spiking of drinks with date rape drugs. Grainge and UMG, having partnered with Diddy on the project, are alleged to have sponsored and participated in these activities, thus being complicit in a situation deemed harmful and unlawful. In response, representatives for UMG and Grainge have issued a firm rebuttal against the claims posited by Little Rod's counsel, Tyrone Blackburn. So we'll see how that plays out. Okay. We'll see what that's about. But yeah, Lucian Grainge and whatnot, they said has something to do with some of the fuckery that was taking place at the Diddy estates. Right? But of course, we know that it's more than just that. You know. You said all of a sudden the screen was going in and out, right? You see that, right? Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So they gave him a Walk of Fame too. A Hollywood Walk of Fame. Interesting. Right. So Suge Knight interview with PBD podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. He said luscious lions. You know what I mean? He's liar. This is liar's big homie. You understand that? That's liar's big homie. Right? So I applaud Ye for going after him and mentioning his name and throwing it out there like F that. You know? F that. This is a op. It's a op, you know? He out here taking from the, you know what I mean? Putting these artists in all kind of compromising situations, you know? And we need to identify the hand that's behind some of the poison is being peddled. And I'm talking about the purpose poison, right? They peddling shit on purpose. They like, nah, really? We want to hear that shit that's about death. They the ones that have helped to fashion not just the death culture, but like our late good brother Panic was talking about the CIA connection and the under the you know just the warlocks, you know, the demonic frequencies and all of these type of people who ain't up to no good, right? Ain't up to no good. And they run a real quote unquote satanic like. And when I talk about satanic, I don't want to hear none of y'all saying, well, the Satan is Saturn and whatnot. No, they're part of that mafia that I was telling you about. And if y'all were students, if you was in the building when we just did this 8-hour lecture, right? Me and Blue Pill called Vulture Culture, we were breaking down who these people, who his descendants, who they are, where they come from, and the shit that they became, the things that, you know, how crooked and how wicked they are, right? So of course he's in bed with the wicked ones, right? Because ain't nothing good about baby. You know what I'm talking about? Just in terms of, what he represents and some of the shit that he pushes. I ain't standing on it. Y'all could co-sign that. Y'all could. That's what does it call that? The big timers and whatnot. I'm not a fanboy. So I'm gonna call it like it is. You know, these people are, they all work for the purpose of not uplifting fallen humanity, right? Not underneath his watch. You could look at these faces, man. These people don't look right. But this is Lucian Grainge, nonetheless. This is one of the most powerful players. Here we go. Right? There you go. They go to Black Godfather right there. Right? And they go his wife that they killed. Okay. They go to Black Godfather. You did. And there go his wife. His wife got killed in a whatchamacallit, a break-in, right? Allegedly, they said a gang member came in there and basically shot her and whatnot. That's what they said. And then they picked up some nigga with face tats far away. And they was like, yeah, he was the one that robbed the crib earlier. And they basically made him eat that. And he ate that. You know what I mean? But yeah, she got killed. And they said when people talk about the black, because really when they say the Black Godfather, it was really the Black Godfather. Like, it wasn't just the Black Godfather in name. When Clarence Avant tapped you on the shoulders, nigga, you was getting the shoulder tap. When Clarence Avant called your phone and told you to go somewhere, my G, you had to go there, right? Clarence Avant would tell you to go to a certain house and, knock on the back door. Clarence Avant will tell you to go to Harvey Weinstein's hotel room. Clarence Avant will tell you, if you want this role, you can meet me over here, or you can meet us over here, or you can meet them over there, type shit. He's the liaison, and he's the middleman. He's the Godfather. He's the one who calls the shots on the black actor side, the black entertainment side, the Will Smiths and all of them, you know, and he is, he was with Quincy Jones. So you already know what it is. You could look at his face and tell that he might have a little, not a little, but he may have some chichi in him. You know what I'm talking about? He's running with Quincy in him. So that's that old guard, right? The old Boule guard that was ferociously watching the fucking gates, and all of the young niggas that came in, they had to get flipped by them, and then they passed them up through their little funnel and whatnot, their little cake funnel, and they connect them to these European men, right? These European men, these AKA white zaddies, right? Like how Clive is. So for every Clive Davis to a P. Diddy, all of these dudes have something to that. You can't get into this industry without an attached man like that. You have to have a white master. These niggas got masters, they're owned and whatnot. Henceforth, why the war against this man who is the master, Lucian Grainge, is the master of Madden. He's the master of the stars. I won't say the universe. He's the master of the stars because him as one entity, not just him alone, of course, the company, but him in particular, he is these niggas' master. He's their master. So he is a master mason, right? He is a master mason. The same way that Harvey Weinstein, People just hear the name Harvey Weinstein, and I hope they are able to do the knowledge about how powerful and how influential and how much of a player in Hollywood that Harvey Weinstein was. The fall of Harvey Weinstein, if you put that in the fall of P. Diddy, it pales in comparison because Harvey Weinstein was bigger than P. Diddy in his respectful field. He was a bigger power. He was way bigger power player in his field in Hollywood. And that nigga fell unceremoniously, you know. So Clarence Avant and his wife are both ancestors now. He's the Black Godfather. When he went, nobody could really tell me who took his place. You feel me? P. Diddy, it was rumored that he would have took his place. He had some of the trappings to get these niggas that Godfather vibe and whatnot. And the Godfather is also the man who's in control of all of the blackmail. He knows he knows where all of the tapes are at. The Godfather knows where the blackmail is at. He's in charge of the blackmail. He has it in his safe. Henceforth, while they came into his house, they was trying to get something, and they killed his wife as a result of either not getting something or getting something and saying, take that, take that. You know what I mean? Don't be playing with us. We when we come back again, nigga. You feel me? But that's what happened. The same way they came and popped smoking and hit him. Remember? Right out the shower. Take that. Remember that? So a lot of weird shit be happening out there in them hills, maybe. Mabel. So a lot of things going on in them hills, man. But yeah, the Lucian, the fact that they like, yo, calling him out, and the fact that Ye said that they're all coming together because they want to eliminate Drake. I mean, have a, you know, in life is about purpose. So the men have a purpose. Hopefully they'll be able to carry out that purpose, and you know, they won't have a very hard time fulfilling their purpose. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's day 14, 15, and we haven't as of yet got the Kendrick answer. Kendrick could have showed up on a remix to like that. That beat is bananas and bonkers. Why wasn't he on the Ye remix? Give us a bar. You know what I mean? Give us 8 bars, now put something together. You know? That Ye shit was okay. Not the 1 and the 3. Yeah, that shit was kind of fire. That beat, though, that beat sound crazy. Oh my goodness. I might have to get on that. That beat, that nigga put the he put them soccer players on it or something. Yeah, he beefed that shit up. He beat that up. Yeah, I was saying earlier that might have been the beat of the year. I was saying, I'm like, yo, this might be the beat of the year, low key. This shit does it. It got me feeling different every time I hear it. Somebody saying that they might be the full remix with Pusha T. Yo, Pusha T, Kendrick, ASAP, Ye, and let's go. And then we come with the full Kendrick. Wash that boy up. You know what I'm talking about? Wash that boy up. He said he mixed it. Yeah. They ate on that. They ate on that. We still don't trust you. The intro to "We Still Don't Trust You," that should sound like a rock star game. That sound like still like Miami Vice type shit if it came to the video games. But yeah, man. So yeah, we winding it down. We coming to the 2-hour mark. and whatnot. We are entering into the 2 hour zoning 10. Somebody asked for the Cash App. There you go. Damn, my Instagram live, it got cut. And they gave me an hour on that joint. But yeah, man, we are in album mode. We're gonna be promoting this album for the next few months. So definitely be prepared for that. You're gonna be introduced to new sounds, new songs, new intros, new outros. Cause like I said, I'm going to have all of my music on my videos. So if this shit do 1,000 streams or 10,000, 100 or 1,000,000 or whatever, men lie, women lie. We gotta add it up. Gotta add it up. We gotta add it up. So shit. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. You know? But I ain't gonna talk you to death. We will be back on Third Eye Thursdays, maybe even prior to that. We have some events that are coming up this weekend, or strong in for that matter. Me and Blue Pill will be at the hair show. What's the name of that hair show? Let me get the proper pronunciation. Um, the hair show in Atlanta is gonna be lit. It's the natural hair show. I believe it's the Taji. It's the natural hair show. Me and Blue Pill will be there for 2 days of panels. One day I'll be talking about men's mental health with a panel including Supernova Slum and some other great brothers and whatnot. And then the next day I'll be speaking on AI, natural hair show. I will be at the natural hair show coming up. On Wednesday, we will be having for all of my Patreons Legal Gas, the workshop with our good brother Tyreek Bay. Legal Gas, that's coming up this Wednesday. All right. And this Sunday, we are also going to be getting a first installment for our new AI class called Kid Journey. All right. And I want you to bring your children along because Kid Journey is going to be a workshop that we're putting together for the kids. Okay. Kid Journey. It's going to be a 4-week course where I'm going to be teaching the kids how to quote unquote utilize this technology, not just the AI, but this technology, the VR. Let me show you something. Let me show you. I said the word technology and I almost forgot. I almost tapped out and forgot to show y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Cash Apps. I appreciate y'all, man. Cause y'all know, boy, oh boy, this event this weekend, everything that could go wrong, damn sure tried to go wrong. But we persevered on some Ryan Garcia shit. You know what I mean? I'm about to get on my Christ consciousness. You're gonna see me talking crazy or whatnot. We persevered, like my guy. We had our launch. We launched our strain, right? We launched our strain, but not only did we launch our strain, we launched our ebook, right? Not only did we launch our ebook, right? We launched our mixtape, and this mixtape, I'm being told by people, is a classic and whatnot. So we achieved something on the 20th that we made ourselves proud. You know what I mean? Because completion is a big thing for people such as me and my brother. So this is a pack, right? But this is a different type of pack. Like we not, and remember, this is legal, so I don't have to worry about nothing, right? So this right here is the red pill strain, right? And this right here is our album. So this is a new way, and this is not just our album. This is some different shit, y'all. I'm about to show you where we are taking this thing in the future and whatnot, right? Check this out. So I got my phone, right? See my phone. This is where the technology going. So now you could get the album, right? You could get the album. Hold on, let me see. You could get the book. You could get the album. You could get the book, and you could get our certificate of authenticity, the COA, right? Just by having this card. And you could scan your phone and whatnot over this card, and you could watch the mixtape. The background is showing, so it's hard to see it, but literally, you scan it on your phone, right? Scan it on your phone like that. And boom. Debate with who the paper move in every state approved. But make the super Jacob crew, that's how they make the move. And they've been eating off a plate of food. Since eating was the place to move. I know the green screen is taking it out. So you see it? See it? Using kids as pawn, pistols drawn, special launch. They want to drop a bigger bomb. No. See that? See that? You can't see it? Who's the one that's in power? And the coming of hours, even sons of devoured. Shit don't run like a coward. Yeah, the summer is ours. Loud and blunts with the sour. The hood is off, the banks is out, the hood is lost, they're banging out, the listener cost, they're ringing out, and quick you raw, some things is out, they clip the ball, the brains is out, the stick was tossed, they stayed them out. All that money and power, they devote to the powder, to one that's in power. It take you to my Instagram, it take you to Blue Pill Instagram, it take you to the album, it take you to the ebook, and it show you the certificate for this, for the THCA right here, the leak, yo. Yeah. $44, yo. $44, yo. Cash App is right there. $44, yo. You know what I'm talking about? $44, yo. Right? You get a book. You get an album or a mixtape. You get a certificate of authenticity. You know what I'm talking about? You get a mixtape. And you get 3.5. Talk black to me. We don't do CDs no more. We don't dance no more. We don't do CDs no more. You feel me? We don't do CDs. So I'm telling people, I'm like, yo, the way that the album is put together, there's the sativa songs, then there's the indica songs, and what there's the songs that you're gonna listen to when you want to turn up, like Infinity Stones that we're gonna premiere tonight, and then there's the songs that you want to sit back and listen to and just vibe and whatnot, right? You just want to vibe and whatnot, right? That's more of a blue pill type of energy, right? You know what I mean? So we have the two strains. So you might light up and be like, yo, I'm smoking the strains and I'm listening to the music and I could hear it better. I could feel it better. You feel me? That's what we come in with and whatnot. So who's selling you a whole experience? This is a whole experience. This is a book. This is an album. And when you scan it over your phone, when you put your phone over it, the shit turns into a concert. Come on, who's doing this? Who's doing this, y'all? Might do it the other way. Who doing it? Who's doing this? You get the point, right? So yeah, man, you know, we working. But this thing right here, we taking this on That strain is on. Yeah. That shit is fire. We taking this on the road, baby. Yeah, great price point. Very great price point. You know what I'm talking about? Get your book, get your music, get your smoke. When you sometimes you get the smoke, then you remember, yo, I gotta go get my music. Nah, it's all right here. Yo, I'm gonna get some smoke. I'm gonna go get me a book. Nah, nigga, it's right. It's all in one. So smoking and go read the book. That's a vibe right there. You know what I'm talking about? That's a vibe right there. You go burn something, then you go listen to the album. You go burn something, then you gonna read the book. That's how you gonna do it. You feel me? So life is about experience, and that's what we bring to the table. We bring experience to the table. So we want to thank everybody for experiencing life with us and experiencing the experience with us and whatnot. And with that being said, I want to get to the world premiere of Infinity Stones. You dig? I want to get to the world premiere of Infinity Stones. If this shit is fire, I want y'all to promise me that y'all gonna go and support us and get that album. blackcloud.bandzoogle. I need y'all to go and play that album. I need y'all to go and download that album. I need y'all to go and get that book. Come and support real art. We're not just rappers. I'm not a damn rapper. I don't know what a rapper. Shout out to the rappers, whoever y'all are. I am an artist. This is art that you're seeing. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Patreons and whatnot. Make sure y'all come and sign up to the Patreon. It's free. We are putting behind the scenes, BTS, behind the scenes, the making of this album. You're going to get all of the behind the scenes. You're going to get first access to the new videos. You're going to get first access to the quote unquote new music and whatnot. You're going to get access to the remixes. You're going to get all access on the Patreon. So pull up on a Patreon and, you know, just make yourselves at home because that's what it is. You feel me? And then, of course, hit up the Cash App because it's only right. You know what I'm talking about? We outside. So with that being said, you got to get them in person, or how do you get it? No, we ship these. If you are living in Atlanta, you could come and get it wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? You could shoot. We deliver. We got a whole Uber network that delivers. But I put this in the mail. Like, this shit is legal. Literally, that's why I have the certificate of authority on this. This is THCA. Go and do your research. We'll actually have some files and whatnot on our page so you can see. But I wouldn't shit you. This is definitely a legal thing, and you're protected. So yeah, we shipping them out. Come and get it. Put it in the cat. That's $44, and the Cash App is Rich Phil 44. Rich Phil, PHIL 44. Yeah, you need that, and that needs you. You know what I'm talking about? You need that, and that needs you. When you hit up the Cash App, all you got to do is put put pack. And then no, just put your email. I know who it is. Just put your email. And then from there, I'll be able to get all your information and whatnot. Just put your email. Let's go ahead and do the world premiere. Right? Let's go ahead. No. THC, it's THCA. It's THCA, right? That's what that is. THCA. World premiere. Of Infinity Stones featuring Red Pill and Blue Pill. This is off of our latest project entitled 44 Pillars of Power. You are getting an exclusive look. We are premiering this video tomorrow. Don't tell nobody. But yeah, check us out. Before. Yeah. Show some love.
Yeah.
This fire.
Yeah. Wait.
Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a truck like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Mac back finish like oil slush. Interior guts like royal flush. We get the royals crushed and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. In God we trust. Go to Roz, no rust. Squads are rushing, prematurely bust. Like Minuteman of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice, amassing nooses. Mansa Musa just passing through this. 40 karat gold, massive mooses. Black train at Auschwitz, we on Alaska boosters. Yeah.
This is the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
Go and stream that album. Stop playing with us.
Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a truck like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Mac back finish like oil slush. Interior guts like royal flush. We get the royals crushed and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. In God we trust. Go to Roz, no rust. Squads are rushing, prematurely bust.
You know it's a new moon, right? You know it's a new moon, right? You know it's a new moon. We doing this for the moon, baby. I'm talking about Scorpion Kings, my nigga. 48 pillars of power, my nigga. Twin pillars, my nigga. Pillar, my nigga.
Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a truck like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Mac back finish like oil slush. Interior guts like royal flush. We get the royals crushed and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. In God we trust. Go to Roz, no rust. Squads are rushing, prematurely bust. Like Minuteman of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice, amassing nooses. Mansa Musa just passing through this. 40 karat gold, massive mooses. Black train at Auschwitz, we on Alaska boosters. The block is still sturdy, the Glock is still dirty. They shot it for 30 like Brock Purdy. They popping the perky at top 30. Million Lincolns just to free the slaves. The ships are sinking and it's still free to wave. Either way. Going to December. 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 Richfield. The new member of Bricks, agenda was flipped. FIFA Vendetta, all of my vendors is rich. Seymour script in the blender is mixed. Moral of the story, remember your gifts. FIFA Vendetta, blood came through and the blood moon dismembered the Crips. Members ascending the whip, extended the clip, dismembered the blick. Remember the Titan, Coach Boone said to remember the sips. The Scorpion King, blood moons on November the 5th. FIFA Vendetta, know y'all remember the flick. Know y'all remember the flick. Suburbans are swerving. Q45, Infinity roam through my entity zones. These niggas taking in they buns like Kimberly Jones. Waving these guns at our enemies' dome. Max out my bid, now they sending me home. Glass on my wrist packed with plenty of stones. They jacking my fist, and plenty of clones. Who pretend to be friends of me, frenemies. In parentheses, who trying to be convincing me that energy is chemistry. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be. Reality presents to me instantly the entities. For your lenses, for your sensory perception.
Come on, man. Stop playing with us, man. What we doing? What we doing? Infinity Stones, though. Stop playing. Before. Go stream that album. Go get that album. Go get that whole shit is fire. I'm talking about everybody that been starving for the music.
Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a truck like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Mac back finish like oil slush. Interior guts like royal flush. We get the royals crushed and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. In God we trust. Go to Roz, no rust. Squads are rushing, prematurely bust. Like Minuteman of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice, amassing nooses. Mansa Musa just passing through this. 40 karat gold, massive mooses. Black train at Auschwitz, we on Alaska boosters. The block is still sturdy, the Glock is still dirty. They shot it for 30 like Brock Purdy. They popping the perky at top 30. Million Lincolns just to free the slaves. The ships are sinking and it's still free to wave. Either way. Going to December. 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 Richfield. The new member of Bricks, agenda was flipped. FIFA Vendetta, all of my vendors is rich. Seymour script in the blender is mixed. Moral of the story, remember your gifts. FIFA Vendetta, blood came through and the blood moon dismembered the Crips. Members ascending the whip, extended the clip, dismembered the blick. Remember the Titan, Coach Boone said to remember the sips. The Scorpion King, blood moons on November the 5th. FIFA Vendetta, know y'all remember the flick. Know y'all remember the flick. Suburbans are swerving. Q45, Infinity roam through my entity zones. Yeah. These niggas taking in their buns like Kimberly Jones. Waving these guns at our enemies' dome. Max out my bid, now they sending me home. Glass on my wrist packed with plenty of stones. They jacking my fist, and plenty of clones who pretend to be friends of me, frenemies. In parentheses, who tend to be convincing me that energy is chemistry. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be. Reality presents to me instantly the entities. For your instancy, for your sensory perception. They got a history of deception. Couple centuries under repressions. I'm the diamond deformed under all that compression. I'm Paul in the Western, the one in the Eastern is running the key firm. I got strong genes, they a weak germ, they need CERN. I open portals when I release sperm. People sort to venerate the feds cause they generate the bread. Dark man, that's my whole generation dead. We tapped in the quantum realms. That's what the simulation said. They disseminating imitation meds. Placebo effect, they disseminating imitation reds. I was on the road to the riches. Right off the interstate we sped. You niggas haven't been in date with feds. And Smith and Walensky. Like we're Cypher and Agent Smith B. They sold us out for steak and chips. And a trip in the Bentley. And to be assed out like Pasa Pasa. And you're making chips is dripping in Fenty. Yeah, these slutty vegans, they be on impossible. Bacon bitch, you niggas faking shit. Y'all was never really plugged in, y'all on some Quaker shit. Woke niggas, y'all will never really on the waking shit. Ain't no shook hands in Brooklyn, I ain't shaking shit. Brace up, bitch, my braces got chips from both for glacier drifts. Run my VVS's through the Jamaica glitch. Men lie, women lie, this ain't in its nature, bitch. Yeah, they banned us from TV same year that y'all niggas heard nature spit. Iced out anchors from out of Anchorage. Yeah, it is what it is, that's that Cameron and Mason shit. Yeah, man shooting, Panthers in the Carolines like with Cam Newton. A cancer to this paradigm, we all in undisputed. I'm one of the ones that the ones recruited. Like Steven and Shannon, we heaving these hammers. Bella and the Bulldogs, we squeezing these cannons. 100 shooters like Mark Jackson and the Mark Buchanan. At first take, we leaving you stranded. On second thought, we leaving you bandaged.
Bring it back. What we doing? Bring it back. Shout out to my guy Tito Hoffa. We making movies. Shout out to Tito Hoffa. Yeah, Infinity flows because Infinity Stones, because this whole shit is the Infinity Stones of flow.
Yeah,
let's go. Yeah. We got all 5 of them.
Wait. Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a truck like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Matte back finish like oil slush. Cheerio guts like royal flush. We get the Royals crush and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. God we trust. Go to Rosno Russ, squadron rush and prematurely bust like Benjamin of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice amassing nooses. Mansa Musa just passing through this. 40 karat gold, Massa Mooses. The last train at Auschwitz, we on Alaska Booses. The block is still sturdy, the Glock is still dirty. They shot it for 30 like Brock Purdy. They poppin' the perky, yeah, top 30. Million Lincolns just to free the slaves. The ships are sinking and it's still free to wave. Either way. Going to December. 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 Richfield. The new member of Bricks, agenda was flipped. FIFA Vendetta, all of my vendors is rich. Seymour script in the blender is mixed. Moral of the story, remember your gifts. FIFA Vendetta, blood came through and the blood moon dismembered the Crips. Members ascending the whip, extended the clip, dismembered the blick. Remember the Titan, Coach Boone said to remember the sips. The Scorpion King, blood moons on November the 5th. FIFA Vendetta, know y'all remember the flick. Know y'all remember the flick. Suburbans are swerving. Q45, Infinity roam through my entity zones. These niggas taking in they buns like Kimberly Jones, waving these guns at our enemies' dome. Max out my bid, now they sending me home. Glass on my wrist packed with plenty of stones. They jacking my fist, and plenty of clones who pretend to be friends of me, frenemies in parentheses, who tend to be convincing me the energy is chemistry. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be. Reality presents to me instantly the entities. For your instancy, for your sensory perception. They got a history of deception. Couple centuries under repressions. I'm the diamond deformed under all that compression. I'm Paul in the Western, the one in the Eastern is running the key firm. I got strong genes, they a weak germ, they need CERN. I open portals when I release sperm.
We was taught to venerate the feds cause they generate the bread. Dark man, that's my whole generation dead. We tapped in the quantum realms. That's what the simulation said. They disseminating imitation meds. Placebo effect, they disseminating imitation reds. I was on the road to the riches. Right off the interstate we sped. You niggas haven't been in date with feds. And Smith and Walensky. Like we're Cypher and Agent Smith B. They sold us out for steak and chips. And a trip in the Bentley. And to be assed out like pasa pasa. And they're making chips is dripping in Fenty. Yeah, these slutty vegans, they be on impossible. Faking bitch, you niggas faking shit. Y'all was never really plugged in, y'all on some Quaker shit. Woke niggas, y'all was never really on the waking shit. Ain't no shook hands in Brooklyn, y'all ain't shaking shit. Brace a bitch, my braces got chips from both for glacier drifts. Run my VVS's through the Jamaica glitch. Men lie, women lie, this ain't in its nature, bitch. Yeah, they banned us from TV, same year that y'all niggas heard nature spit. Iced out anchors from out of Anchorage. Yeah, it is what it is, that's that camera, that Mason shit. Yeah, man shooting, Panthers in the Carolines, like with Cam Newton. A cancer to this paradigm, we all in, undisputed. I'm one of the ones that the ones recruited. Like Steven and Shannon, we heaving these hammers. Bella and the Bulldogs, we squeezing these cannons. 100 shooters like Mark Jackson and the Mark Buchanan. At first take, we leaving you stranded. On second thought, we leaving you bandaged.